morning, everybody. Hi, welcome to Back to Basics Weight Loss Surgery channel. My name is Jane, Miss Janie here on YouTube, and I am subbing today for our good friend Janine Pinkfish Lily, who unfortunately lives on Long Island and is affected by Hurricane Sandy. So Janine, we're all praying for you and hoping that everything returns to normal soon and that you come back soon. We miss you. So the topic of the week is balance. So now I'm going to talk about balance and what I think is balance to me. I feel like we're kind of born working on balance. Our parents trying to teach us balance from, learning to get up and stand and walk, going to school and trying to balance out schoolwork and friends and activities. And then, we grow up and we're balancing families and friends and work and children and all the responsibilities that we have. It's balance, balance, balance. Trying to find it. Sometimes I think in life we can strike a good balance, and then sometimes we can't because there are things that we don't control in life. With weight loss surgery, balance with weight loss surgery, I would suggest, if you're thinking about it and haven't had weight loss surgery yet, I would suggest that you have a really good conversation with your family about what to expect for sure in the next year. You are going to be born again, and you are going to have to baby yourself and take care of yourself and raise yourself up to adulthood in weight loss surgery. And that is a very selfish time. Does it have to be like that? Yeah, I don't know of anyone who has achieved their goal. I mean, I don't know, there could be, but I personally don't know of anyone who has been able to achieve their goal and not take the time required to focus on themselves. Not just on the physical part of it, which is exercise, which takes time away from families, from loved ones, but thinking about eating and working on the mental part, which we all have from varying degrees depending what our situation is. So it's important that we let our families know this next year is like I'm in training, for the marathon of life, and it's going to take quite a few hours of every day. And I will be talking about weight loss surgery until you're bored of it. I will be talking about the scale and calories and protein first and dumping or PBing or whatever else that comes up. I will be talking about it because that's what it is like in the beginning. I will be holding on tightly to my support group because there's no other group in the planet that understands what I'm going through. And it may seem like an internet addiction to you, but it is a lifeline to me. All those things, it's important to discuss with the people who love us and are supporting us and taking care of us in real life. But balance, to find that balance where you can take care of you and take care of your family, that takes a little bit of practice, and it's different for everybody. For me, balance is a day-to-day thing. In the beginning, there was not balance. And because I didn't have balance and I put me first, which you always hear, you gotta put you first, Well, when I promised someone that I was going to have their back in sickness and in health, when I told my best friend, hey, I'm here for you until we die, nowhere in there did I promise to put me first. When I brought my children into the world, gave birth to them, um, nowhere did I say, okay, kids, I gave birth to you, you have to fend for yourself because I'm going to put me first. Because that's the time of life where I'm at. I'm still mothering my kids. Well, the youngest, he's still in school. He still needs his mother. He still needs me to keep parenting him. It would be different if all my kids were grown, if I had no children. But I'm a mother, and I have a responsibility to these people, because they didn't ask to be born. I brought them into the world, and until they're off and making their own families, I am parenting. I am a parent, and that comes first. And I lost sight of that for a little while. I mean, I was being the mom, but I wasn't being the mom that I needed to be, or the best friend that I needed to be. But that's me. So how do I balance now? Well, when planning things, I talk with them. Hey, I would like to do this. How does this fit in? Does this fit in with your schedule? Do you have anything planned? Is there something we need to do together as a family? Are you going to need me? I think that sometimes it's so easy when you've sacrificed for so many years, right? And you put your family first for years, and now you've done this surgery that you're married to. It's not, well, for a lot of us, it's not really reversible. For practical purposes, we'll say it's not reversible. It's for life. And you want to say, this is my time. I gave you time, and now this is my time. It's easy to fall into that trap, and I call that a trap because our time is our family's time. I don't know how it was in your life, but in my life, all those years that I spent putting my family first, they didn't ask me to do that. I chose to do that. And because I chose to do that, I think it's unfair to punish them now and say, okay, now this is my time. I gave you time. I sacrificed for you. I put you first for years. Now it's my time. Well, I chose that. And because of that, I'm not going to punish my family for it. I chose that. And if I'm not happy with having put them first, but that's my bad. I was the one who made the choice. They didn't require it of me. They didn't ask me to do that. I did. So now I check in with them. Hey, I'd like to do this. This is going to take X amount of time. This is what's going to happen. And I realized, that this is more than about my life. What's the point of me getting healthy and wanting to live a longer life if I lose my family in the middle of it? Because the whole point is to spend more time with my family. You gotta decide, what is it that you want out of your life? What do you want your life to look like? For me, I want to make memories with my family. I want them to remember me when I die and laugh and, remember funny things and touching things and dramatic things. And, I want them to remember. I want them to have lots of memories. That's my focus. But that's me. You have to decide what you want with your life. Do you want to be an athlete? Do you want to walk on the moon? Do you want to fly? Do you want, you know what I mean? You've got to decide, what is it that you want to do with your life? And make the most of it. And decide, where your family fits in that. For me, it's including them, because I can fly. I already know. I proved it to myself. I can fly on my own. I can go off and meet new people and do amazing things and have amazing experiences and make wonderful memories with other people. But when I come home, this is my home and these people are my family. And one day when they're lowering my casket, they're the ones that are going to be there. You know, there's a song called "The Cat's in the Cradle." I don't know, a lot of you older people probably know it. I love it. And in there, the dad's always telling his son's always wanting to do something with his dad, and his dad's always telling him, I can't right now, son, I'm busy. One day we'll get together and we'll have a good time one day. Well, the one day comes when the dad's old, the son's grown up and has his own family. Now he wants to spend time with his family, but with his son, but his son's busy. And now his son tells him the same thing. I'm busy right now, Dad, but one of these days we'll get together and we'll have a good time then. Well, I don't want my life to be like that. I want to be present in my family's life. And I don't want them to ever tell me, I'm too busy right now, because I have no time. So that's me, though. This is me. Do I feel like I'm better than anybody else for thinking that way? Absolutely not. Everybody's got to live their life, and everybody's in a different place in their life. From people who have no children, people who just got married, people who have little children, people who are grandparents, maybe even people who never married, who have no children, whose families are their friends. Everybody has to find what's a balance for them, according to what they want to get out of their life. Really, that's it. Can I tell you how to find your balance? No. I'm not living your life. I don't know what will make you find your balance. Only you do. But I do know that you got to think about it. You got to spend some time thinking about what it is that you want out of life and prioritize and then communicate it. That's all I got to say. I hope you'll have a great week. Can't wait to see the rest of the vloggers that they're talking about. I want to thank the Back2Basics channel for asking me to sub again. I appreciate that. And I wish you all the best.